Hello, everyone. So 5 minutes are going to go pretty fast. So let's start with a quick show of hands. Who uses AI tools on a regular daily basis today? Raise your hand if you do. So it's almost the entire room. Now, keep your hand up if you've been able to successfully delegate part of your work to an AI agent and has done it for you successfully. Still some good people, but probably a third of what we had before. And agents are not particularly reliable in most tools today. So we built V7 in order to delegate work to AI agents that work exactly like us and perform the most boring and tedious work that we do on a regular basis. I'm Alberto. V7 is my second AI company. I've been working in AI for more than 10 years now. It's made to understand documents in really high details. All of your lease abstraction, all of your review of offer memorandums can be delegated to an AI agent that works like an analyst that you have in-house, following individual steps to complete work in a way that is reliable and also scalable. You can keep delegating work to them, and they'll complete it and give you back a finalized report and a C memo or structured data on the other side that you can then use in your day-to-day work. And we work with several great companies, not just in the real estate world. We've been operating in real estate since midway last year. We work with several great businesses, including tax giants, large retail companies that have a lot of real estate. Our goal is to allow you to teach AI agents how to perform your business operations, all of the work that you don't want to do. And we wanted to build a platform that allowed technical users to go the extra mile and go to that 99% accuracy, that's human level, but also less technical users to actually delegate their work and tweak these agents over time, since any automation that you build will usually change a lot over a year, over even several months. As legislation change, as your own interest rates might change, you need to tweak the performance of these agents and the actual rules that they follow. So how do we actually do that? We built a platform that is multi-agent. And at the core of it, there is a chief of staff that we call concierge. Concierge is effectively similar to ChatGPT, but it can actually delegate work to AI agents that do it for you and then give you back finalized work. So in essence, it's effectively a platform for you to throw in any documents or pull them from your SharePoint or Google Drive or wherever you keep them. And it allows you to, first of all, build agents with any of the LLMs that are available in the market. So we continuously update them, and you can switch them around if there's one that is more performant in one task or another. It is devoid of hallucinations because it's always grounding its results on a specific document or source. It can even be a call. So it's unable to give you any information that is made up or coming from its own memory. And then it's fully multimodal. It can understand documents, images, documents with images embedded on them, and even things like handwriting. And then finally, it's also able to search within your intranet as well as the wider internet on the outside. And it's quite simple to use. From a sort of individual contributor level, you can throw in documents. In this case, I have a financial report, run an agent, see the results on the right, and then extract all of that information either as a PDF or a Word report, or simply paste it back into whatever you're operating in, or send it through to your CRM. And in this particular case, I'm going to switch to a slightly more technical demo. We're building a discounted cash flow model. And this is a particularly gnarly mathematical operation to do. What the agent is actually doing is not just understanding an OM that contains images, also information that is embedded within graphs and tables, but it's also making complex mathematical calculations. There's a lot of technical secrets within it. Agents are now able to write code, so they can write Python if they need to do special mathematical operations and give you very reliable results on the other side. But from a user perspective, it's quite easy to just throw in your documents and see the results. Now, how does it work if you have to run this at scale, or if you have to configure these agents? This is a lease abstraction demo. On the left, we have our input. In this case, it's only one file. It's a series of leases. And they all look slightly different. In this case, the ones that I've shown are quite similar to one another, but they can be in completely different formats to one another. And every column here is a step of the agent. Breaking things down into individual steps is far more accurate than doing everything in one single prompt. It effectively allows the AI to really focus on one task at a time and give you consistent and reliable results. So in this case, you can throw in or upload or connect to thousands of leases and then tell it the information that you want to abstract from each one of them, and then let it just calculate them. Then you can take some of these outputs and use them as new inputs. For example, tell me if there's an expiry of any of these leases that is within 6 months, so I can notify the right account manager and we can renegotiate it or discuss it. We can also go one level deeper. In this case, I'm looking at some tenant covenants, And I want to make sure that the lease is compliant with legislature. So I'm connecting my internal knowledge base, effectively all the legislature that I need to follow, all the jurisdictions that I'm covering, and I'm checking whether they're compliant with this knowledge base. In this case, it tells me that it's not compliant with the Landlord and Tenant Act of 1998, and I can look into these alienation clauses that are being extracted, and within one of the clauses, it's telling me, hey, this clause, which one is this, 9.1, is non-compliant, and it's explaining to me why. And it's pulling this information from my knowledge base, from the Landlord and Tenant Act. And what I can also do is just ask it, okay, just give me alternative language. This is now a legal task that would make this particular clause compliant. And on the right, it's going to just give me a new clause that I can paste in or simply reformat the document for it to be compliant. Now I have a legal task that has been automated by an AI, potentially by a user that didn't need to go and bother someone from legal counsel to perform these tasks. There's myriads of internal operations that you can automate with agents today. They're not a secret anymore or something that only super technical teams can complete. One of our customers in multifamily has been automating the process of offer memorandum scanning from 2 to 4 hours to about 15 minutes of just human review and scanning. So again, our goal is to make every team 10 times more productive so you can focus on talking to customers and performing more sales rather than getting stuck in manual operations in the back office. If you're interested in trying some work on agents, these are some of the most popularly used agents within the real estate space. They are available as templates on V7, but most people have to add their own flair and their own customization to it. But that doesn't take months anymore. It usually takes only a couple of hours to get something up and running that demonstrates value. We have a break now, so we won't have any time for questions, but you can talk to us or myself after the break. And thanks very much for listening.